Hello, everyone, and a happy International Women's Day to everyone out there across the world. My dear friends, it's a joy and a pleasure to celebrate this beautiful day with each one of you. And today we've invited a very special person to share his views and thoughts and how he could empower us on this special day. Usually we invite all the women, but today we've invited somebody special. Now, who is that? You're going to get to know very soon. He is my favorite one. And of course, not only mine, there are several people who really like the way he shares his mind and puts his wisdom across all social media platforms. And he's a wonderful coach, a mentor, a motivational speaker, and a trainer. Join me, friends, to welcome our celebrity and guest for today. On special request, he is here because it is International Women's Day. And so we have him here today to share and to empower us with all the wisdom and knowledge he has gained through all these years. He is Mr. Apurva Pandya, joining us all the way from Gujarat, India. Hello, sir, and welcome to the session.
Namaste.
Namaste, sir. Thank you very much. It's really a honor and pleasure to have you here. The day you said yes to the International Fabtalks, it was a moment of joy because you are one of my inspirations. And if I am sitting here today brave enough to face all of you, my dear friends, it could also be one reason that sir has been behind this. All his motivational quotes, the way he speaks, the way he empowers everyone. He doesn't empower only the women. It could be any gender. The way he speaks, just when you hear him speaking, automatically you will just start feeling, yes, life is worth living and living it with the right kind of people and with the right mindset. Allow me, sir, to introduce you in an official way by sharing your profile. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So, dear friends, I just go ahead and share the profile of our celebrity and guest. As I earlier mentioned, today we have with us Mr. Apurva Pandya. He's joining us from Gujarat, a motivational speaker, a powerful mentor, and a wonderful coach, and above all, a great humanitarian. When you lift up others, you become divine. That's all I can say. Yes. So here, sir is with us with the sole mission in his life to bring happiness, healing. Apart from happiness, it's healing and being an inspiration to others. He is dedicated to serving as a happiness coach, corporate trainer, and a motivational speaker. Over the past 2 decades, sir has been positively impacting the lives of not only thousands, in my view, I could say it could be lakhs, there may be so many other people by just viewing or listening to what sir has shared. In his own style, he has a beautiful style of putting it out very clearly to make you understand in a layman's language. He doesn't use that high language that people can't understand. It's very simple and down to earth, and that makes him extra special. He enables us to find joy and fulfillment, my dear friends. It is very simple and effective. The approaches that he follows, he has assisted countless people in overcoming severe emotional traumas. All of us, including me, we've had several emotional traumas. And whenever I scroll either Instagram or Facebook and I get to know about Sir's sharing, it really inspires me. I save it immediately that I can again rewatch it again when I feel I need to watch that or listen to it. You see, dear friends, this is what is my experience. I'm sure many of you too would have had that. And sir loves navigating through challenging circumstances and enabling the others also, enabling us, empowering each one of us to navigate through difficult situations such as depression, anxiety, toxic relationships, and past traumas. How many of us suffer from this? And especially the youngsters and even the adults as well. You suffer from childhood trauma and you're unable to overcome that. All of that, sir, focuses in his emotional mastery workshops, a one-to-one session where we could really develop ourselves and rebuild our thoughts and views on life. And through various social media posts, sir enables us to receive that knowledge and wisdom and build beautiful lives. Sir has also provided valuable insights and strategies to help individuals overcome all the mental challenges that they face or improve their mental well-being, you could say, and lead a more fulfilling life. In his role as a corporate trainer, he has had the privilege of sharing his expertise with wonderful organizations and their employees. There are so many to name. I would just like to just cut short that. He has been empowering them in what way? To enhance their skills, to boost their morale, and to increase productivity. This is what it is. If you're okay within, you're okay here and here, your productivity increases, and that is what sir focuses on bringing about a change. His training programs are designed to deliver tangible and sustainable results benefiting both individuals and their organizations. It could be the employer, the management, or the employees, all of them benefit. Lastly, he is committed to continuing his effort to make this world a happier space, a beautiful space, a divine place for all of us. So let's join together and celebrate Women's Day with our celebrity and guest, as he is a person who I consider as a person who could empower you in the right way, my dear friends. And let's begin the session. So thank you so much for being here with us. I'd like to just go with the first question. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. I'm really excited and I'm grateful that you're here. The first thing, I should thank the universe that, when you love somebody or when you love the work that they do, and when you connect with that energy, that is really bliss. And so here, sir is with us with that divine positive vibe. Let's join together. So I'd like to go with the first question. How do you define women empowerment? Or how would you take this further? What is women empowerment? And why do you think it is important for each of us women to be empowered at the right time?
Okay. So before I answer your question, wish you all a very happy International Women's Day 2024, and a very relevant question, that how do we define women empowerment? See, I think now women should go behind, ahead of women empowerment, and I want to see the era of empowered women. You know, So women empowerment for me is an old concept. Now I believe in empowered women. Now, what is empowered women? In our Hindu mythology, goddesses have been considered as the most powerful identity of of the universe. So whenever I speak to women, I always tell them that you must be the form of Saraswati, Lakshmi, but when required, you have to take the form of Durga and Kali. Okay. So you are both, you know, you can generate peace in a family, in a society, in a nation, in the world. But when required, you can be the tool to see that the right judgment is delivered. Everyone gets their rights. So in true sense, empowered women should look for equality, they should look for their rights, and they should start living an independent life. And there should be a total gender equality when it comes to women empowerment. That is what I feel is the exact definition of empowered woman or women empowerment.
Brilliant, sir. I really like
Yeah.
the way you put it. Every woman should see the Saraswati, the Lakshmi within them, and at times you should also have the Durga and Kali within you. Yes, that's really nice. I like the way you put it, and it all focuses on gender equality. All are equal. So that's what we have to look at. It's not that if you are empowered, you can overtake the other genders. So you all just have to live with equality and respect and dignity. Dear sir, now I'd like to come on to this beautiful thing with regard to emotions. According to you, how one person, or as we are speaking about women, how women should be able to control the emotions that they go through every day? In some cases, they don't even show any emotions. They are just blank. They are cut off. In certain cases, we've seen women being too emotional. Now, I would love you to empower us and to give us the right message as to how we can take control of our emotions as a woman.
See, this is a very important question. I'll say this is the most important question of this session. A research says that we process 10 lakhs thoughts every day. Okay. And it is a very normal human tendency that we cling on to, or we hook to the negative thoughts. And when we hold the negative thought for a long time, it becomes a negative emotion. And that negative emotion causes depression, anxiety, past traumas. When you're going through a breakup, it causes a lot of hurts. So if any human being, irrespective of gender, male or female, if you are emotionally not strong, you cannot survive in this world. It is mandatory to manage your emotions properly, because emotions can make you or fake you. Emotions can make you weak, or that emotion can make you very strong. And I have seen, when I speak to people in my one-to-one sessions, or in my workshops, or maybe in general with public, when I go to training programs, I have found that the only cause of misery in anybody's life is that emotion. So it is absolutely essential to balance your emotions. And to put it in another words, you have to strike a right balance between sensitivity and sensibility. Now, sensitivity is of heart and sensibility is of mind. So you need to understand when to use your head and when to use your heart. If you don't, if you are not aware enough and you don't understand where to use your heart and where to use your head, you will be totally gone. You will become like dinosaurs who got totally extinct from this earth. Okay. I'll give you an example. If you are going through a breakup, or if you are going through a toxic relationship and you still use your heart, sorry, then you are a gone case. It's like if you are going through a breakup and your heart is broken, and if you still keep using your heart, you are breaking it more. So that is the time when you need to be aware, and when you need to realize that now I have to use my head. Now, head is logical. Okay. So you have to be very, very aware when you are using your logic, and when you are using your emotions. See, I'll tell you, uh, people who are extremely nice, they always use their heads. Okay. And the people who are very practical, they always use their heads. Now, both the extremes are dangerous. If you are only using your heart, you are going to suffer for the whole life. And if you are only using your head, you will be a very insensitive person. So you have to strike the right balance between sensitivity and sensibility. So you need to manage your emotions. And the best way to manage your emotions is to focus on your breath, do meditation, do some pranayam every day, so that you are calm from within. And when you are calm from within, your energy level increases. And when your energy level increases, your awareness increases. And this awareness helps you to keep you emotionally balanced. So you have to be continuously working every day on keeping yourself calm from within, which is the key to manage your emotions. Yeah.
Yes, sir. That was wonderful, sir. As you explained, sensibility and sensitivity. That's really wonderful. There's a connection between the heart and mind. But then, yes, if somebody's taking advantage of you, you have to start using your mind and not your heart. But sir says you have to balance it in the right way. Wonderful. So I really like the way you put it. And really, it makes sense. Now, see, I was like sensitive, as I always tell my family members and friends, hey, please don't hurt me because I'm very sensitive. And now, after listening to you, so let's now be conscious there's something else called as sensibility, my friends. Let's put that into practice and understand if somebody is manipulating us or hurting us in any way. Let us use our, the sensitivity, or you say the sensibility. Let's use our common sense and understand that something is really not okay, and it's time to take the right decision or the right path, or to change the track and to rediscover yourself, reinvent yourself, and restart. That's really nice. So I really like the way you put it. And, it's really making me think now before going to the next question, because I've already gone in deep into that zone where you have taken me now. So, wonderful. Thank you so much. So the next question with regard to women again, it is either economic independence or it's also called as financial freedom. Now, this is one thing that has been, holding back many women. They have not had the freedom to do what they want in the right way. They have not had the freedom to even ask for some financial help. Now, I want you to give your thoughts and your opinion and all the wisdom that you have with regard to how a woman could achieve economic independence, and why is economic independence very important for every single woman out there.
See, the first point that I would like to put is, it may be very harsh, but I have seen not all of them, but many girls or many women who are seeking a man who is earning good, who is stable, who is into either into a government job or has a stable business, and then they get married. Okay. Now, when you do that, when you look for the financial independence in your partner and you are not financially independent, it might create blunders in your life. So I think rather focusing whether your partner is financially independent or not, you need to ask yourself first that whether I am financially independent or not. I'll tell you why. I have spoken to a lot of women, okay, and what mistake they have made, either they are not working somewhere, they are not earning, means they are not financially independent. Then they get married. Number two scenario is, suppose a lady is working, but after marriage, she goes to her in-laws place and there she finds that, oh, there is a lot of money, everything is comfortable, my husband is earning good, and that lady will stop earning. Scenario number three, after marriage, that lady is forced to leave the job. So, in other words, her financial independence is taken away from her. Now, in all these three scenarios where women are not financially independent, they become a very soft target. Okay, not in all cases, but in many cases. I have spoken to a lot of women who are not working, who are into a bad relationship, but are not able to move out or come out of that relationship just because they are not financially independent and they cannot take care of their own selves. So I strongly request every woman who is listening to this video to be financially independent, to save your own money only in your name, and see that if any trouble happens in your relationship, in your marriage, you are not begging for money from anyone. You are independent and you can tell that person that I am not dependent on you and I can live and survive on my own. So, financial independence is very, very important for any woman on this earth. So please work on your financial independence. Even if you're married, you should do something, you should earn money because you never know what life is going to serve you on the table after 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. So please become financially independent. It is very, very important.
Excellent, sir. That's really very nice. Thank you so much for sharing that. And as you mentioned, they become soft targets as in all of those scenarios. There's one thing which I have, and I would like to add on, sir. In spite of the woman working in the family, all her income is being taken away forcefully by her husband and saying, and she's unable even to contribute to her parents. And he says, you can't contribute to your parents because it's not sufficient for our family. And there are lots of fights. I've heard many of my sisters share this, that even though I'm earning, I'm unable to spend it on my parents, or share it with my parents, or not even able to spend it on myself. Like the entire thing is grabbed away by my greedy husband and in-laws, you could say. So this is what, so whatever be the reason, as sir suggested, you have to save something for yourself. I really appreciate and thank you for giving us this beautiful message.
And that is why I specifically said that you should own your own money, even if you are married. You should have a separate bank account, a separate FD, or by any means, you should save your money and it should only come to you when needed or in case of emergency. You should not give up when you are asked to give away all your earnings. You should never do that. Marriage is an institution where both have to contribute equally, and that has to be the thumb rule of any marriage. Number two, if you are a housewife, if you are a housewife, and I have seen husbands introducing when their friends ask, "What does your wife do?" Then that husband will say, "Oh, no, no, she's a housewife only." That is the greatest lie that men speak. I'm sorry. Men run the houses, but that housewife runs the world. So never underestimate an housewife. She is the CEO of your home and she runs your world. You only earn money. So I respect every housewife out there. You are doing a wonderful job. And because of you, this society is flourishing. That is what I understand and I believe.
Thank you so much, sir, for speaking so beautifully. And it's really a pleasure to have people like you who think so well for all of us. Irrespective of gender, sir gives equal opportunities and equal respect to both the men and women. There's no bias over here. It's only respect and dignity. That's really nice, sir. Dear sir, what kind of a suggestion or a message would you like to give to all the parents who have girl children?
See, I think there is still a small part of society, a very small part of society where they believe that girl child is not still okay. But they fail to realize that girl is the form of Lakshmi. I have heard many real life stories where they were failing in their lives, they were not earning money properly, their business was ruined. As soon as that girl child came into their life, they were flourishing. So I think everybody should wholeheartedly welcome that girl child. And if you have a girl child, you should feel that you are blessed. I would also like to add that I have seen many sons who don't take care of their parents, and there the girl child, the daughter, steps in and takes care of her old parents. Number two, if you are a parent of a girl child, make your daughter emotionally very powerful. Never distinguish her from boys or men. You have to treat her equally, you have to empower her, and you have to ensure her that as a parent, I'm always there with you. And when your daughter gets married, you need to assure your daughter that if anything goes wrong at your in law's place, if anything extreme happens and you are not able to take it, the doors of our house are always open. That is what I expect from every parent who has a daughter. Never desert your daughter, because after marriage also, she still remains your daughter, and you have to take care that she is not troubled anywhere on this earth. And it is your responsibility that if she is troubled, you need to bring her out of the trouble. And that is the backup that you need to give to your girl child. And that is the assurance that you need to give to your daughter.
Thank you for that beautiful message, sir, and the lovely suggestion. My dear friends, you could take it as an advice, you could take it as a suggestion or a beautiful message on this day, that is International Women's Day, where we celebrate, this connection between women to uplift your own children is really a great way for all parents, especially if you have a girl child. Yes, because let's break away from the stereotypes or the traditional belief that earlier, they thought that a girl is a curse or maybe the girl child is not welcome. So, sir, you're very progressive as a human being. You have beautiful progressive thoughts, and I really appreciate that. Dear sir, we have something like this coming up. We've seen several couples, we'll take it here at a neutral level, several couples, and especially if we focus on women now, as it is Women's Day, they are in toxic relationships. What should they do when they are stuck in this toxic relationship? And it's a very sad thing, sir. Yes, from what I have seen around me, that they are unable to come out of it because of the children that are there in their hands. They have children. So because of the children, many of them are stuck and they've been saying, I'm unable to come out of it because of my children. Otherwise, I would have left this person long ago. It could be vice versa. It could be. So let's now I hand over the question to you, sir. Please share your thoughts.
Now, first, let us revisit that question on financial independence or economic independence. If you are financially independent, you know, it becomes easier to quit a toxic relationship. That is why I was stressing on the point that please earn your money and save your money. Now, when you have children in your hand and you are not financially independent, it becomes very, very difficult to come out of that relationship. Almost impossible if your parents are not there to support. Second factor, to come out of a toxic relationship is we always keep hoping that my partner will be okay one day. And I have seen men and women both hoping that his or her partner will be okay, have spent 20, 25 years of their life. And I'll not say spent, they have ruined 20, 25 years of their life. And now they have no way to go. Okay. And now they are regretting that I should have come out of this relationship a long back. But now it's too late. You need to understand what a toxic person does. A toxic person always plans things from the day of marriage. It is all planned. First, they will show you a lot of love, affection, reciprocation, everything they'll show. They will be very caring for you. And once you are caught into that caring and emotions, they will start showing their real side. They are like medicines, bitter from outside, sweet from outside, and bitter from inside. Slowly, they will start showing their true colors. But till that time, you'll be emotionally very attached. And so you'll get confused whether this person really loves me or this person is manipulating. And as soon as you will try to go far away from that person, that toxic person, or a narcissist, they will beg before you, they'll plead before you, they will emotionally blackmail you. Again, you will come back. For some days, everything will be okay. Again, they will start their toxic behavior. So you have to set a limit on how much you are going to bear it. And many people consider that tolerance is a virtue. Actually, tolerance is not a virtue, it is a vice because tolerance is a potential volcano. The day your limit will get saturated, okay, you'll reach to a saturation point where now you cannot take it anymore, everything will blast. So I would advise you to take a timely action, to give a reasonable time to that person to correct himself or herself. And still, if you don't see any results, I would humbly advise you to quit that relationship. The biggest factor or the reason why people don't come out of this toxic relationship is society. But I'm very sorry to say, society is not going to come and help you when you are tolerating that toxic person. So make an independent decision. Don't be indecisive. Make a decision, make a firm decision, take legal help if required, but please move out of that relationship. Second option is if you are not able to move out from that relationship, if you don't have those guts or the circumstances don't permit you to come out of that toxic relationship, you have to live there with great boundaries so that your mental peace, your mental well being, and your health, physical health, is not negatively impacted. But never try to handle toxic people because it is not your job. Many people come and ask me that how to deal with toxic people. I give them a simple answer. You are not here to deal with toxic people. Please live your life and stop dealing with toxic people and get rid of them as soon as possible if the circumstances permit. And if the circumstances don't permit, don't fall victim to the circumstances. I would say create your own circumstances so that you live your life with self respect, integrity, and dignity.
So, such an empowering reply you've given to that question. It's really so nice. I mean, it could like work for either of the genders too. And now we are focusing on women. So it could be like all of us could take this if at all you are ever in a relationship where you feel it's very toxic and you can take no more of it. You know, you can change your circumstances. You're not a tree to be stuck at one place. That's what I get to understand. You can take hold of your life. I really like the way you put all of that. I was just listening to it and it really makes sense. And don't blame yourself, just do something and jump out of it and find out the best thing that you could do in your life further ahead instead of suffering with the toxic situation or toxic person. As you said, like 25 years, And it's like you have destroyed 25 years of each other's. It's best that you part ways at the earliest and seek peace over everything. As you said, don't even be focused on society as well. So nobody, when you're suffering in a toxic situation or with a toxic person, society doesn't come to save you or help you. All of that, I really appreciate all of that. Really, it makes sense. So one more question which we have from one of our guests, like they say, you speak a lot, sir, about emotional traumas. So what is the percentage of women that come to you, and what kind of challenges they usually face? This is what they want to know from you, sir.
See, the answer is very heartbreaking. Sometimes I I get into tears, and by the proportion of women that come to me. And I'll tell you, out of 100 one-to-one sessions that I take, 95 women are there, 95. And so then I really question myself that how can we call this women empowerment, or how are we going to build a society where a woman is empowered? So out of 100 people that come to me, 95 are women. And I'll say some of them are in such a pathetic and miserable condition that I I don't try to console anyone, but I try to give the best suggestion. And through breathing exercises, I try to instill that strength and energy. Okay. And I also try to ignite that Ma Kali and Ma Durga within them. And some of them are trapped so badly that no financial independence again, two, three children, husband is not supportive, husband is toxic, in-laws are toxic. And I'll tell you, I have seen some women, some girls in 1.5 hour session, they literally cry and sob and are in tears for the first 45 minutes. And that is really heartbreaking to see. We really need to work on women empowerment, and every parent who has a daughter needs to see that her daughter or his daughter is not weak, emotionally very strong, physically very strong. And that can only happen when parents give the right nurturing. हिंदी में उसको संस्कार बोलते हैं. So we really need to work. I think my experience says that we are really far away from my concept of empowered women. And I request every woman out there to please take good care of their own selves. I would request you people to stand for your own self, for your self-respect, integrity. And you should not worry about the society, because society is not going to come and bear what you are going through. So you have to stand for yourself. And the problems which they face are very usual but not normal. They are heartbreaking, toxic husbands, narcissist husbands. It can be either way. But since I have a huge proportion of women in my one-to-one sessions, I would like to focus more on that. I have men who are also facing such troubles where wives are very toxic, not allowing to do anything for his parents. I have seen such cases also. But whosoever you are, whether you are a man or you are a woman, you need to stand tall for yourself. Okay, domestic violence, I have seen still. They're afraid to go to the police. They're afraid to go to the courts because they don't understand the legal system. They don't understand their rights. And since you are uh, calling people in your talks, I would request you to call some advocate who can talk about women rights. You know, they don't even know small rights. Some women also don't know that there is a police cell which is specially for women. So if you can call some lawyer or a legal entity who can, educate them that these are your rights, and you share some numbers, toll-free numbers, where they can seek for help. But some women are not even ready to seek that help because they'll be exposed to the society, which is very disheartening. And I believe that if I am hungry, I need to go for the search of food. So, in the same way, if I am suffering, I need to stand for myself. And every day I pray that I want less women to come to me in one-to-one session. And how that is going to happen? That is going to happen when we educate women about their rights. Okay. And when the society stands tall with these women who are suffering, you cannot be a mere spectator watching what's happening with a daughter. And the in-laws should understand that you have brought someone's daughter, a very precious person, to your place, and you need to take care as if she is your daughter. I have seen cases where, suppose a daughter gets married, now that husband has a sister who is married somewhere else. Now, if their in-laws do anything wrong to their daughter, they are very troubled. But when you are doing something wrong to someone else's daughter whom you are married, you should not do anything wrong with someone else which you don't like, that happens to your own self. But this is the harsh reality. And so I want that this society should be a society of empowered women. We need to come out of the concept of women empowerment. We need to go one step ahead when we can say that, yes, now my society, my nation, or my world is a world where women are truly empowered in real sense, not on books. I think this Women's Day should be an everyday celebration. It is not a one day celebration. What happens? We celebrate Women's Day, then we forget it. No. This is an ongoing process every moment. Whenever you see that women are suffering, you need to understand that we celebrate Women's Day on every 8th of March. And it should be a celebration that is done every day. That is what I feel.
Yes, sir. That's really very nice. Thank you so much for sharing. Every single day should be celebrated as Women's Day. That's really nice, where women are, the masters of their own destiny. They don't need to be bending down under the wrong situations with the wrong kind of people. So you've also mentioned this very well, that a woman should be strong enough not to be worried about what the society says, and to take up, what is best for her, to choose the right path for her, to connect with her thoughts and views, irrespective of what happens around her. That's really very nice. And, to me, I would like to revisit again what all you've been sharing. That is so, I would like to keep listening it once again and again, so that we start feeling good about ourselves, that yes, we are also useful in this world and we matter. And as you said, we should go beyond empowerment. There should be something, just it's not only in books, it's not only on media. In the real sense, we should go ahead with women empowerment and bring about beautiful balance in the lives of each one of us, or everyone in the world. Yes, dear sir. So now we have also seen this: women are working, and at the same time, they are pressurized with household chores. Now, they are balancing it beautifully in spite of doing this, being a professional, and as well as maintaining the house and the children and all. Yet, they are under some sort of pressure, or people pointing fingers at them. I would like you to share your thoughts on this.
Yeah, I think they are either managing beautifully, keeping a smile on your face, or they are hiding that pain with that beautiful smile. See, when suppose there is a couple and if husband and wife both are earning, it has to be 50-50 everywhere. So I'll give you my example. My wife works and she takes tuitions post lunch when she comes back from office. So we have divided our work that you will do this part of the household work, I do this part of the household. And that is how you balance it. Now, if you expect that a woman should cook food, should do all the household chores, should go to the office, take care of the children, take care of the mother-in-law, father-in-law, in-laws, guests, society, all, she should also attend all the functions, you know. Somewhere we forget that she is a human being. And by expecting this, we are showing that we are very inhuman. You need to understand that that person, that lady, also gets tired. She also needs her own me time. She needs to do something that relieves her from her stress. Now, this can also be a trick. I have seen at many places where that lady is pressurized. You know, you want to walk, you can walk, but see that the house is not hampered. You know, it goes smoothly. So after some time, what that lady will do is she'll get fed up and leave the job. I have seen this in many cases. And whatever I'm saying are real life examples. The only thing I cannot name them. So this can also be a trick. But whatever it is, if you are working and your husband is also working, you have to be very clear on what roles and responsibilities each person is going to share. And if anybody says that there should not be any terms and conditions in a relationship, that is utter nonsense. There has to be terms and conditions in a relationship. I'll call it decent terms and conditions. Since you are not clear on your decent terms and conditions with your partner from day one, that relationship goes for a toss. So you need to have decent boundaries, decent terms and conditions, and decent expectations in a relationship. Second false thing that we are taught is unconditional love. I think unconditional love does not exist. Many people come and tell me that, oh, mother and sons or mother and their child's love is unconditional. Yes, in a sense, yes. But suppose I go outstation, my mother would expect that I should inform her that I have reached safely. If I'm living distance apart from my mom would expect that at least in a week I should call her 2 to 3 times. If my mom loves me, she would expect to me to love her back. So these are all expectations. You can call it expectations, you can call it terms and conditions, you can call it uh, conditions. But yes, there are terms and conditions in a relationship. And if you remain in that dark space of unconditional love, you are going to suffer. And I have seen many people suffering because they feel that, oh, there should not be any conditions in love. No, no. There should be decent terms and conditions in any relationship. And that is how a relationship flourishes. Right? So have decent conditions in love, in any relationship, whether you're a boyfriend, girlfriend, or a husband, wife, or you are into a live-in relationship which is flourishing nowadays. Yeah.
So thank you so much, sir, for sharing all of that. That's really very nice. As you mentioned, there's nothing called as unconditional love. This is very true. You've given an example of a mother and a child. And, as you said, that is a dark space. And that is unfair to say that I have this unconditional love. there should be certain decent terms and conditions. I really accept that, sir. And I also wanted to share this with the previous question that you answered, that you would like to see less female clients coming to you because it is 95 out of 100, right? So let there be 50 and 50 equally joining. So we'd like number to be reduced, and like, you take hold of your life. If you view this beautiful video, you really should be empowered, my dear friends. Yes, dear. So there's one more question put in by one more participant, and here she says this and asks you to answer this for her, sir. She says, how should women handle the in-laws who are not treating them with dignity and respect? My husband treats me well, but then my in-laws don't treat me in the right way. And then here I feel that I am lost because I don't get the love and respect that I need to receive at my in-laws.
See, the first thing that you can do is you need to make an open, honest communication with your husband if he is supportive. And you need to tell her. See, never tell any husband that your parents are not good. Okay. That communication fails when you say that statement. Even if your husband, if a husband comes and tells the wife that your parents are not good, that communication is over. So you need to tell, whether you are a husband or you are a wife, to your partner that I respect your parents and I am only expecting the same from them. Now, we need to understand psychologically that people avoid confrontations. I would advise you to escalate confrontation. Why? Because when you don't confront, when you don't talk, when you don't discuss, it remains inside your head, and that suffocates you. Again, it is tolerance, which is going to be a potential volcano one day. So you need to again have those terms and conditions. You need to speak to your in-laws that this is not acceptable. Please don't do it. I want that we should live together very happily as a family, in harmony and in peace. So if you have any expectations from me which are unfulfilled, please tell me. I'm here to fulfill your decent expectations. But in return, I only want peace that should prevail in our home. I don't want any conflicts. I'm not here to create any disturbances in your life. Let us live happily. Let us enjoy our life. This is the first stage of confrontation, where you are very polite, very open, very honest in your communication. Now, if this doesn't work, you might have to change your tone to the next level. That you have to decide. It depends then. Okay. Another thing, your in-laws have reached a certain age. Okay. Trying to change them is not going to help. If you find that any amount of escalation, any amount of confrontation is not working, you have to leave that place. What else can you do? And your husband can play a very important role in this peacekeeping process. But then we need to understand that he becomes a sandwich if he is a good person between his parents and his wife. So you have to be very tactful. And sometimes if there is a lot of domestic violence, if it is beyond what should be tolerated, you need to take a legal stand. And there are laws which will protect. So this is how you handle your in-laws. You have to be very tactful. But I always say in my reels, do not tolerate any nonsense from anyone on this earth. That is the punchline that you need to keep in your head.
I like this. Do not tolerate any nonsense from anybody. That's the punchline. That's a big message for us, my dear friends. That's very true, sir. as you also mentioned about tolerance, like too much of tolerance like is not good. It is like a volcano, it may erupt at any time, and I really like the way you put that. That's really very nice. Dear sir, now what role do men play in women empowerment?
See,
What is the role that
if
they have to play? I could put it in that.
I have one question for you. What role do women play in men empowerment? You'll say nothing, right? That is what men feel, that I am already empowered. There is no men empowerment program. Have you seen any men empowerment program? Why there are only women empowerment programs? So I believe that man has only 1% role to play in women empowerment. I believe that women should empower themselves, because you people are capable enough of empowering your own self. You already have that power within you. And when you are a mother, when you are a sister, when you are a wife, you play so many roles in this one birth. And a lady who can carry a baby for 9 months and bear that labor pain, who else can empower that lady? They are already empowered. So you don't need anyone to empower. You are already empowered. You have to just search that power within you. And when it comes out, you have seen Rani Lakshmi Bai. Several examples in history and today also. So you are already empowered. It is only that some layer has come on that empowerment. As soon as you get off that layer, you are already empowered. So I don't think man can play a very big role in women empowerment. We are not capable of empowering you because you are already empowered. Okay, we are not in a capacity to empower you. What a lady can do, a man cannot do. That is what I believe. She can be a mother, she can be a housewife, she can be a professional, she can multitask. She can cook in the morning, she can go to the office, she can again come back, she can cook, she can take care of children, in-laws, everything. I mean, what power do you need to do this? All these things. It needs superpower. So I think you are already empowered and you are blessed.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, sir, so much for sharing all that with us. It really makes us feel really good about ourselves that yes, we are our own, you know, uh, strength. We could also feel empowered and empower ourselves even more and empower each other or one another. If you're two sisters, empower each other. If you're friends, empower one another. It could be like that. Or the best thing is you find that light and joy within you, that power within you. As sir, you said that you could just be yourself. You have all the power within you. You just have to tap it out at the right time. Yes, and a man is not really required to empower you. You could empower your own self and lead a beautiful life. So,
And because that is taught to us,
very
to the daughter from the childhood. Even the toys that are given to a boy and to a girl are different. A girl child is always given soft things, and a male child is always given things which make him strong. You need to change this from the very birth of a girl child. That is how you empower the girl child. उसको बारबी डॉल दिया जाता है. A Barbie doll is given. Soft toys are given. And she's always told that you have to get married, you have to go to your in-laws' place, you have to do this, you have to do that. Why? Is that the only motto of a girl on this earth? No, it is not. It is also the motto of a boy, that he'll grow up, he'll earn, he'll get married. The mottos are same, but the feed that is given here is different. And that is why you see that women are soft, and maybe sometimes they don't stand for their own self because they are very soft. And we need to understand the thin line, everyone out there, male or female. There is a thin line between goodness and foolishness. Over goodness is foolishness.
Yes, excellent. That is over goodness is foolishness. That really brings a smile on my face. Yes, many of us have done that. We've been over good at several, situations in our life or during several interactions with people. We've been over good, and that is our foolishness. I really accept that, and I've been there. That's why I am laughing on myself because yes, now your eyes are open. Your ears have received a great message that yes, over goodness doesn't work out. You should really be quite sharp and try to understand what is really right. So thank you very much for all these beautiful things that you've shared with us, the beautiful messages. One last request, sir. I'd like you to give one big message for all the women across the world on this special day called as International Women's Day, which we celebrate and should continue celebrating for the remaining 365 days that are yet to, until the next year. It's like celebrate every day, sir said. So I'd like you to give us a wonderful message on this special occasion for us to cherish and to continue our journey. Yes.
The one message that I would like to carry and repeat is, do not tolerate any nonsense from anyone on this earth. The second message is, you're already strong. You just need to realize that strength which is lying dormant within you. You can do anything and everything you want on this earth. And I would humbly request you and strongly urge you to live life at your fullest with great dignity, self respect, and integrity. Do not allow anyone on this earth to take away your smile, your self respect, your identity, and your dignity. And when you start doing this, this world will become a very beautiful place for everyone to live and flourish.
A wonderful message, sir. Thank you very, very much. Much appreciated. And I'd like many more people to be just like you. Like I remember the movie Robo, where that person is, like one Apurva, and we need more Apurvas like that. Like, I don't know if I'm putting it in the right way. May your tribe increase. That's all I can say. Like, I would like many of the men out there to have a progressive mindset like yours. And I've hardly ever seen anybody till date so progressive and so accommodating and empowering women, especially from the male domain. I haven't seen that till date. We haven't seen it in abundance. Haven't even seen it like this. I cannot even count on my fingers that I've seen strong men being so progressive. And you're one of them. I think you top the list from my personal experiences who I've come across. Looking forward to many more interactions with you. Thank you for empowering me and all our friends out there. And we have no bias towards any gender. All of us are equal. Only we demand equality, respect, and dignity for one and all. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for your time, and looking forward to many more interactions with you. And thank you for the beautiful thought process that you have. And stay the way you are. It really is a blessing to have you in this universe. You're an angel, like with invisible wings. This is all that I can say. Thank you.
Pleasure being here. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. My dear friends, we had a lovely time and an empowering session today. I'm sure you will all be really empowered and you will enrich in your lives. I'd like you to share this video with all those women out there, or it could be anybody. Share it with them so that they're all empowered. There were several messages, not only for women. It could also apply to any gender. Like over goodness is equal to foolishness. Excessive tolerance is also not good. And all of these beautiful messages, unconditional love, all of this. So pass this video to everyone such that the right kind of person could benefit from it. And if you like what we are doing, stay connected with us. Like, comment, subscribe, and of course, share this beautiful video. That's the request. Please share it with others. God bless and happy International Women's Day. Thank you, sir, very, very much. Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, dear friends.